I'm Melissa Mancini with Canadian HR Reporter TV. I recently sat down with James Drennan, the Dean of the School of Business and Technology at Fleming College in Peterborough, Ontario, to talk about the lessons he learned while helping to solve the problems of the police force in Northern Ireland and how those lessons can be applied here in Canada.
The police and the military were the catalyst for conflict between the Catholic community, the Protestant community, what was known as the nationalist community and the unionist communities. And as such, we had to develop, in order to build peace and reconciliation in Northern Ireland, we had to develop training and development processes that would help the police, the stakeholders in the police, like policing board members, educators, and so on who worked with the police, to better understand how we could approach problem solving in Northern Ireland and put the differences of opinion, whether they be religious, economic, political, whatever, behind them. Where organizations refuse to change, then oversight bodies and bodies that govern and boards around those organizations will force those changes to happen. We learned that in Northern Ireland, and we want to share that message with people here.
What can HR learn from your experiences in Northern Ireland?
One of the most important things that HR people could take back would be the issue that we have to go beyond sharing knowledge with people. We have to go way beyond that. We have to take that knowledge and turn that into understanding, because sheer knowledge and data isn't going to help us solve problems. So we have to get beyond the idea of training and development that is sheer one-way communications and knowledge-based to understanding the implications of what we're doing and the long-term consequences we will see if we don't change in an organization. The example I used in Northern Ireland was that for many years the organization replicated itself. It continually hired Protestant police officers, men and women who were from the Protestant side of the community, when that was only 50% of the community. That was always going to be a catalyst for trouble and conflict. As a result of that, we had to make sure that the police service hired 50-50, 50% Catholic and 50% other. And in the human resources sense, that required major changes in legislation, and as a result of the organization itself and their executive chief constable and others not carrying forward with the changes, the ability to recruit, select, and promote people was taken away from the police service and turned over to the private sector.
What does HR need to do before they can affect change?
You have to first understand that your own paradigm, how you were raised, and culturalization within the organization in which you're working affects how you see the future and problems and how you deal with them. And until you can do that, it's really hard then to go into a room and meet with a group of people and say, well, you know, let's do this or let's do that, and this is where we want to go and this is what we want to change, when you don't realize yourself how you are being perceived and things that are your paradigm. That's a real problem. So the big message today was work at that first. Eliminate and understand the barriers that work in problem solving, and you'll be able to move forward with change much better. I use the example, how many times have we had a debate where we ended in some form of conflict, even if it's functional conflict, with someone, and after that debate that we've had, we didn't want to deal with them again. They didn't share our views. We didn't like them. Well, you have to put that aside.